Howdy ho everybody, and welcome back to another vlog. And today is actually a really fun one because today is part number 2 of our antiquing road trip. So last week we were in Bernalillo. How do you say it? I don't even remember. We were in New Mexico. And this week we're going to be up in Pagosa Springs, Colorado. So you'll be seeing 2 separate stores in this episode. You'll be seeing Feather Your Nest in Pagosa Springs, Colorado, and the Humane Society thrift store in Pagosa Springs, Colorado. So one's a thrift store, one's an actual antique shop, but both had really great items. I've been to Feather Your Nest a few times because I've actually visited Pagosa Springs. Well, this was my second time visiting Pagosa Springs and my second time visiting Feather Your Nest. So I was really excited to check it out because last time I was there, I saw a chandelier that they were just getting in the shop and I was this close to buying it. At the time, I wasn't positive if we were going to be able to install it like easily enough. But ever since then, we've actually installed a chandelier in our bedroom. So I am more confident in the fact that we could install an actual new light fixture. So I wanted to go and see if that was still there. And then I also was going to be looking for one of my dream finds, which unfortunately, spoiler alert, I did not find, which was such a bummer. But it was, still is, a multiple arm candelabra, either brass or silver, and has like all the pretty dangly shiny stuff that's like crystal and cut glass and pretty and shiny. But I did not find that. Instead, I found some other cool items. But you'll have to wait and see what we actually got at the end. And until then, enjoy shopping. These are so pretty. And it's like the whole set. Let's see. $120 for the whole set. That's not bad. But look, this is what I was talking about. These like glass tassels. Absolutely so pretty. Let's see. That's not bad. I just don't have pinks in my house. But look at this. Isn't that a pretty land? $50, not bad. This is pretty. It's like, oh, it's wood with a wood inlay, I think. Very nice. Here's a bunch of brass. I bet this is pretty when there's a candle in there. $50 for the whole set, not bad. These are pretty too. $50 for the pair. This copper pot. Oh, look at this set back here. Hold on. I like these. They're just a little clunky, but only $24 for the whole pair. Or for a set of 4 of them. I'll have to come back to that. Oh, look at these. These are so unique. That's cool. Oh, here's a bunch of copper and brass. That's cool. does this say? Oh, brass basket with stars. I like the screen transferware. Look at his face. Oh, these are pretty. They have like a little pine cone or something on them. Very nice. But I'm still looking for that candelabra. Look at that.
Do you want that?
Maybe. There's a chandelier in the back. Interesting. And it's got all of its arms. Oh, but it's missing these. Wait. Does it have all of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's just missing one. Damn. It goes on the wall, but how do you hang it up? Wall candle holder. That's pretty. Oh, these feel, yeah. This is a nice table. Oh, it's got a big gash through it. What a bummer. These are interesting. That is beautiful. That candy jar with brass. Oh, look how sweet. These tiny little silver things. Oh, look, they're from places. What does that say? Gateway arch. Must be a little collector's item. Oh, look at this. Wow, that is so unique and beautiful. This is pretty if I like tea more. This is funny. Carved duck. That's a pretty piece. Very ornate. Brass candle holders. Look at these lamps. Strange. Real wood. It's got a weird lacquer on it or paint or something though. Fred the elk. Only $900. Not bad for a giant elk head. These are cool pictures. Oh, look at this. Maryland while occupied by the rebels. Interesting. These oil lamps are so pretty. I really like this, but the back came off. Oh, that's not that. That's just a frame. I thought that picture belonged in this frame. I actually like the cowboy stuff. It reminds me of my dad. Huh. This is pretty. Just looks a little faded. That's a cool picture. Oh, that's kind of cool. A little creepy. What is this? A Valis. Oh, you know what this is? This goes, it's a curtain, but it's just the top. So it like hangs like that and it's got the ruffles. That's pretty. $19.99. Ooh. That's an interesting pillow. Well, that's a great tall lamp. Oh, wait, I see something. But tell me if I like these or not. Oh, it's little babies. Or cherubs, I suppose. Oh. Why does it have to have the babies on it? Or the cherubs? And I like this lamp. I just don't know where I would put something that large. It's a cool lamp. For $36, not bad. This sterling silver plate and pitcher? There's this lady I started watching online that thrifts hands and starts collecting them. Kind of made me wonder if I should collect things. This is cool. Oh, a towel holder. That's cool. But the base feels a little wobbly. Look at this little bird thing. That's kind of pretty. There's another one, but dolphins. And I do like big stuff like this. It's just not the theme of our house. These walking sticks. Is that what it is? A cane? Dude, that's kind of cool. Oh, well, this one's just got like the wooden piece on it, and this one's carved into a fox, it looks like. That's pretty. Maybe that's what I'll look for then, is some wall art. Well, these are kind of cool. I found this and I think it's really sweet and pretty. I'd kind of like to add it in our bathroom, but I just don't see a tag on it. But I do think I want to get it. Look at that. That's sweet. And I saw these pictures and I really like them. They're just kind of beat up. I wish they had more of a story. Or this chair, look at that. The velvet. And I really liked both of these. These are ornate. Is that this? I do like that quite a bit, actually. I like their dresses. This is pretty. I just wish that it wasn't like faded. Okay, so I didn't find exactly what I was looking for, but I did find a couple of other cool things. I'll show you really quick. So they are candle holders and they are brass, I think, but I got 3 separate sizes of these. And they have so you put tea lights in them and they have all these little holes that are like, I don't know what shape that is, but like little crosses. And they project like the pattern light onto the walls. So I got a small, a medium, and a tall, a set of 3. This is the medium, this is the short, and then the next one's like a little bit taller. So I can't wait to get these put up in the house and see what they look like. So now it's on to another store. And hopefully this time I can find the brass candle holders that I'm looking for, because I need them to have like multiple arms. Or I guess I don't need it to have. I want it to have multiple arms. I want it to have the little glass tassel things. That would be like a dream find for me. So on to the next shop. Fingers crossed that we find some good stuff. Ooh, that's kind of scary. But I love the frame. Interesting little mash. Oh, look at all these candle holders. They're like little, oh, I like these. They're only 50 cents each. I might have to get some of these. Look at these. These are so pretty, and I don't have any tall ones like this. $2 each. That's a yes. A no-brainer yes. This is kind of cool. What is it? Oh. Oh, it's coasters. How nice is that for somebody with like a beach house? That's pretty. I love this. For 50 cents. This is a nice basket. Oh, it's actual wood. Would that be pretty on my table, you think? This is pretty. $10. Look at this, Huey.
Oh wow, that's cool.
That's really pretty for my mom because she's got all the glass stuff or all the gold rim stuff like that. These look like a bunch of linens or, oh, here's napkins. Let me see. I like these pink ones. I don't have any pink like that. Or this set of 4. I wish they had a little bit extra on there. That's a pretty vase. That's a nice little display piece. Look at these. They're little shooters or something. Oh, early days Pagosa, not for sale. Ah, what a shame it's not for sale. That's a really cool picture. Ooh. Oh, look at these. I like these. $2, $2. There's 2 of them. Okay, we are back from our road trip, and I did get some good stuff. I got more from the thrift store than I did from the antique shop. I only got one thing from Feather Your Nest. I have learned from this trip that I prefer antiques from thrift stores. I'm definitely more of a thrift store price sort of thing. I don't mind like sorting through all the other stuff that I don't, love. I already showed you this in the car, but we'll start with the thing from Feather Your Nest. So I did show you these already. I picked up these 3 brass candle holders. Are they not so pretty? I've actually already tried these, and they put the most gorgeous patterns onto the wall. We'll put up some footage, but they have these little holes. So they say made in India at the bottom, and they have these little holes that when you put the tea light in there, it shines the design onto the wall. So you see all these pretty little crosses onto the wall behind it. And when it's like the set of 3, it kind of cascades, But let me show you the type of candles because they obviously came cleaned out. I tried the small little tea lights, this one, where they're just like, I don't know, a 1/4 inch, a 1/2 inch tall. And I put them at the bottom of this, but it didn't quite shine enough of the light out. It did okay, but then I found this bag at Goodwill for $2.99 after I got home. I found these the other day. But these are just a little bit taller. And this gave it just enough height in the middle to shine the flame right around the rim, right around where it does the actual pattern. So it looked so pretty. And if you remember in the last vlog, I just got the brass napkin rings. So now I can do a beautiful table display with all brass. So I'm going to shine these up, and I'm going to shine up those brass napkin rings and figure out a way to do a beautiful, maybe like Indian inspired, Moroccan inspired, possibly, or, just something laid back and fun, like a little starry night sort of thing. Dinner party for me and the kids and the hubby. But this was the only stuff I got from Feather Your Nest. I really enjoyed that store, but last time I went, I don't remember it being quite as crowded. And honestly, I'm not trying to say anything bad, but I was just a little bit disappointed by how crowded it was because I had a really hard time finding stuff. I was like trying to dig, but I don't necessarily want to be, I don't want to break anything or whatever. I don't mind like getting down low and like crouching or like pushing something around or like peeking, but I'm not going to be like unearthing things. I was a bit disappointed by that, unfortunately, but not disappointed at all in my actual finds because there were quite a few things there that I would have gotten, like those curtains that was like a valise, I think is what it was, that I talked about putting in front of my bathroom window. I thought were so pretty. And that's stuff that I like to look for also. I don't have any valises, but I love the hand crocheted lace and things. My husband said that he thought that probably wouldn't be big enough for a bathroom window, which is a bummer, but that's okay. So the next store we went to was the Animal Humane Society thrift store. And that's where I did most of my shopping. And my husband even actually found something for himself too. And these prices, I'm telling you, like I'll tell you the difference. I think I got those for like $50. I don't even remember, honestly. But I'm sure that you saw it in the footage. It's been a little while since we've been back now. But the prices for that versus the prices at the thrift store were just crazy different. But look what I found here. Since we're on the topic of candle holders, I found these little tea light holders for 50 cents each, I think is what it was. And I got 6 of them because I have a bunch of like cut glass candle holders. And I thought this would be a beautiful mix. Like, so I could have height differences on my tablescaping. And this keeps it just down low. And so I mentioned the tea lights. These little tea lights fit in here perfectly. And you can get a 50 pack or 100 pack of these for so inexpensive from Walmart, from Hobby Lobby. And they just, boop, fit right in. How sweet is that? How pretty. And then the glow is just so nice. And so I got these 6 little candle holders for 50 cents each. And then I got these for $2 each. Look at the pattern on these. Absolutely gorgeous. And I have ones that are about half this height that are also cut glass that I typically use for my tablescaping. And I thought, wow, how beautiful. These would be gorgeous standing alone. These would be gorgeous just on display. These would be gorgeous on a table setting. I mean, the possibilities are endless. And for $2 each, look, it even still has its tag. So that's what I mean, antiques, but at the thrift store. I got these. And then along the same vein of tablescaping, I'm a sucker, I know. But I got some baskets. These I thought were so pretty and so different because, number one, I don't have any oblong oval shaped baskets like this. And I also, well, this is, I think, a proper bread basket. It's a little bit wonky, but I don't mind. You know what I mean? You can even put like a pretty linen in here and rest your bread in it if you wanted to, or you can put your candles in here, put some greenery, you know, the possibilities are endless, but I like to use these on my tables. But I don't have any that are this shape, and I don't have any that are light colored like this. And I thought this would be really pretty to go down the middle. And then for this one, what drew me to it was once again the color, of course. I love how shallow it is. And then I love the shape. I love that these little corners are cut out. And I got this one, $2. What a bargain. Got this one. Don't remember, but it was cheap. I think this one was like $1.50. But I can so I actually had this one already in my downstairs, in my entertainment center. I had put a bunch of my loose crystals that I had laying around. I like to decorate with crystals, and I have some smaller ones, you know, that you can put in like little grab bags or whatever that I just kind of gathered throughout the years. But I don't love them just kind of small items placed around. I feel like that can cause clutter. But having this basket, I've been using it as a catch-all. And so I put my crystals in here underneath my entertainment center, and I think it looks really sweet. And then this, I am so excited for. Because I had mentioned in my last vlog, in my last antiquing one, that I have been seeing some beautiful artwork all over the place, like beautiful wall art. And I have been wanting some, but wall art is kind of tricky for me because I'm drawn to the old kind of colonial, like Victorian style, I suppose. But a lot of that for me equates to like portraits of people for some reason. I'm really drawn to portraits of people, which is strange because I feel weird a little bit about having pictures of people I don't really know in my house. But man, there's something about the emotion that it can like evoke. But this one's a little different. This one's more of a place and setting. But I mention that because I just have a hard time deciding on what artwork to get. But this is going to go absolutely beautiful in our master bedroom. The color of the matting fits our wall color absolutely beautifully. And we have lots and lots of tans and neutrals going throughout the room. We looked up the signature down here. And I believe it's Arabic. So judging by this picture, there's palm trees and stuff in it. So I think it might be like an oasis. I'm sorry. I have a hard time talking sometimes. It looks like an oasis. But so peaceful and so calm to look at. I think it's watercolor. It's signed. It's a beautiful matting. That's what I look for. When I'm antiquing, I look for a nice frame. And then I also look for a nice matting because I don't really want a project. I want something that I can just take and hang on. And then I also look for a way to hang it. This came with the wire already. Honestly, this has been my fault just by carrying it around like this from transporting it from state to state. But I got this for $7.50. And I believe it's an original artwork and there's no people faces in it. But I'm really glad I did pick up a piece because now every time I walk past this, I'll remember my antiquing road trip with my husband and my kids. I'll remember all the places that we stopped and all of the family members we got to see and, you know, finding this piece in particular. I love for my stuff around my house to have a story like that. Okay, so one last piece. That was all I got for myself. And then my husband actually found something for himself, which I thought was just absolutely adorable. He found this cool jacket that I thought it was 80s. He's telling me early 90s, maybe even early 2000s, but it's like a windbreaker jacket that says Matco Tools. World class Matco Tools. But this jacket actually had a funny story because he was looking at it And there was a sign on, or not a sign, there was a tag on it that said $8. Oh no, it said $8.50. And it didn't have like a period or like a dollar or like, you know, any sort of distinction. And then underneath it said vintage on it. And so we were like, wow, that's kind of crazy. Like, this has been the most affordable store that we've like been into. And it's got an $850 jacket amongst, you know, beautiful artwork that's only $7.50. So we were like, what is going on? And so he decided to ask the front desk person, and he was like, I'm so sorry, this is kind of silly, but is this $8.50 or is this $850? And she was like, it's $8.50. I don't know why it would be on there like that. It's obviously not $850. But we just are joking about it. We're like, wow, you got such a good deal on it. $840 off your brand new jacket, your Matco Tools jacket. But this was fun for him to have. I wish he would have had this on the train ride that we did the day before, because we took the train ride from Durango to Silverton, Colorado, and it did rain while we were in Silverton. And so I wish he would have had this waterproof, windproof jacket. But that is all that I got from those two stores, Feather Your Nest in Pagosa Springs, Colorado, and the Humane Society thrift store. So all of the proceeds go back to the animal shelter or the animal society in Pagosa Springs. So I was glad that I was able to help that cause. And I did want to also mention that the lady at Feather Your Nest, the person who I believed owned it, was very, very sweet. And like I mentioned, it was a little bit cluttered, but as soon as I walked in, she asked me, she was like, hey, you looking for anything in particular? And I said no, but I bet if I would have said yes and told her what item I was looking for, she probably could have told you exactly where that item was in the store and if she had it or not. And that place was huge. It was like upstairs, downstairs. I wish I could have spent all day there. That's like, if you want to know what a perfect dream day for Carolyn is, it is spending all day at multiple thrift stores with good deals. Oh, and the occasional stop for snackies and drinkies. But it was a fun trip. I hope you enjoyed this one. But don't forget to like and subscribe, leave a comment, and let me know what items that you would love to find while you're thrifting or antiquing one day. Let me know if you found anything good as of recent. And I will see you guys in next week's vlog. So don't forget to be back next Monday. All right. See ya. Peace.